What up, everybody? Welcome to Kraken Hunters. I'm Carolina Hitman.
I'm Anubis.
And today we are continuing our Tournament of Power with our next match in the round of 32.
32 players.
Yes. So today we got two combatants, and we're going to talk about those right now. First combatant
Is Tommy Oliver.
Now, for anybody who doesn't know who Tommy Oliver is, he is the green, white, red,
And Black.
Black Ranger from the Power Ranger series.
But when we're talking about Tommy Oliver, we're talking about just him.
Yes, not him in the Power Rangers, any of the Power Ranger suits or anything like that.
He doesn't morph.
Yes.
This is just him as a martial artist, because if you ever watch the show, you know he is actually the best and pretty much the only martial artist besides Jason.
Yeah.
So he beats Jason in a tournament.
Right. So he's going against Tyler Durden from Fight Club.
That's Brad Pitt.
Yep, Brad Pitt's character from Fight Club. So this is going to be interesting to talk about today.
Let's go over the rules.
Yeah, so of course, for anybody who is just coming to this fresh, who hasn't watched our previous videos, please go watch those, by the way. But this is in our Tournament of Power, we have 3 rules, and we're going to go over those right now. Rule number 1, this is a random encounter. Neither person knows anything about the other person.
And then rule number 2 is that knives are allowed.
Yes. Rule number 3, no firearms. This is a straight up hand-to-hand combat situation right here we got going on.
Which both of our combatants, I mean, yeah, we see in Fight Club that Tyler Durden, and in the book, Tyler Durden does use a gun, but he doesn't use it to fight.
No.
He just uses it to intimidate.
Right. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go over both of our combatants, give a little more detailed description of both one. So we're going to go over Tommy Oliver first. And I know you're more of a bigger fan, of course, you can see. You're a bigger fan of Power Rangers, so I'm going to let you talk about Tyler Durden.
Okay.
I'm Tommy Oliver.
Tommy Oliver, he is the original Green Ranger. That was the first one. But, you know, he showed up before he became the Green Ranger, of course. Now, he faced in a tournament with Jason as just normal people. You know, Jason was a martial artist at the time. And what happened was that Tommy Oliver won that tournament. And see, Tommy Oliver knows like 7 different styles of mixed martial arts. And we're talking like Jeet Kune Do, Taekwondo, Wing Chun,
and Kung Fu. Among those 7.
And I mean, among 7, you know, that's a very long list.
Yes.
And, you know, the actor, Jason David Frank, is actually MMA fighter. You know, and he went 12-0, I think, or 11-0.
I think it was 11-0.
In the beginner, or was it novice?
I think so.
Something like that. But still, I mean, still impressive.
Yes, it is. Actually, it really is. So.
And Tyler Durden.
So we're going to so Tyler Durden. Now, he is not, I don't think he's proficient in any particular form of martial arts. He is more of an underground, bare-knuckle street fighter.
Bare-knuckle boxer, I would say.
Bare-knuckle, yeah. And I think the only thing I think he may know is Jeet Kune Do, just because of the moves he was using.
And maybe a little bit of Kung Fu, about the grappling.
Maybe.
And let's not forget, Tyler Durden is dirty.
Yeah, oh yeah. Now that's one thing about Tyler Durden. He is a dirty fighter.
Dirty, because there's a scene in Fight Club where he smashes a dude's nuts 3 times before the guy taps out.
Right.
And this is a big guy, like, compared to Tyler Durden.
Right. Now that we've gone over both of those, because Tyler Durden really doesn't have much background and really, so.
Yeah, that's true.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to talk about why we think who would win and everything like that. Now, do you think anybody has an advantage?
Yes. There is a definite advantage with Tommy Oliver. I think this is probably one of our worst matchups.
Now, okay, I'm gonna let you finish.
Maybe not worst matchup, but ill thought out.
I don't think so, and I'm gonna explain to you why when you finish talking.
Well, I think it's ill thought because, you know, you have Tommy Oliver, who knows so many different styles of martial arts, to Tyler Durden, who's a dirty street fighter. Which, I mean, yeah, I'm sure once he started up his Fight Club and realized that, you know, he had to fight, and get good at it. And, the more he did it, the better he got.
Right.
I think that Tommy Oliver has the advantage.
Now,
Still.
I'm going to explain to you why. Actually, I think Tyler Durden has the advantage in this one. Tyler Durden is a dirty street fighter. And plus, if you ever watch Fight Club, he goes against a lot of different dudes who are actually bigger than him. A lot of different people. And in an underground fight league, you got to be ready to fight anyone at any given time. There is no weight classes or anything like that, so you got to be able to fight.
No shirts, no shoes.
Exactly. And honestly, I think the fact that Tyler, because he's fought so many different people and has adapted to fighting people who are bigger than him, and he's a dirty street fighter. Because we all know martial arts knowledge does not necessarily translate into street fighting.
Right.
I'm not saying that it doesn't, and some people who can fight street fighters and take them out like that, but not all martial artists can translate to street fighting because
there's no honor in street fighting.
No, it's not. And Tyler Durden is the perfect example of that. No honor whatsoever.
He'll just bleed on you and say he's got diseases.
He'll spit in your face, bite his tongue, spit the blood in your eyes so it burns. Tyler Durden will do whatever it takes to win. And honestly, for me, that's actually why I feel like Tyler Durden actually has a little bit of an advantage because he's willing to do whatever it takes to win. And he's used to fighting people bigger than him because he's been in a fight club.
And I guess Tyler Durden, it's played by Brad Pitt, but it also says in the book and in the movie that that's a split personality of Edward Norton's character, which is never named. So we'll just call him Jack.
Right.
Now, Jack, you look at Jack, he's not a big guy. He's tall, it's Edward Norton. He's tall, he's slender, but also, if he is fighting as Tyler Durden, he's also the same thing. So,
right.
Really.
So honestly, that shows how good of a fighter he is because if we base it off, we said with it being split
personality.
Sorry, everybody. Split personality. And it's really Edward Norton fighting these guys. Edward Norton is not as big
He's got a reach, though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But honestly, he's not as big or as cut up as Brad Pitt's character.
Right.
It's actually Edward Norton who's fighting these.
Right.
Which actually is more impressive because Edward Norton's a lot smaller than Brad Pitt.
He's taller.
He's taller, but he's not as.
Right.
So it's actually more impressive because he's smaller far as weight-wise and still taking out these bigger dudes.
And let's all just face facts, man. Tyler Durden or Jack, Edward Norton's character, they can take some damage.
Yeah, and that's another advantage. Like he can take some damage. Like he doesn't get just knocked out easily. You really got to
gotta beat him into the ground.
Yeah, exactly. To where he's unconscious before he's not going to fight anymore. So like I said, for me, I'm going to say, actually, I think Tyler Durden would be the winner.
I'm still going with the actual martial artist who's proficient. Kung Fu's not it's not a martial arts to mess around with.
Oh no, it's not. No, yeah,
and if Tommy can get Tyler on the ground, done.
Oh yeah, it's easily done. And
I think Oliver would realize that after the first couple of.
Because remember, these guys this is a random encounter, so neither one of them knows each other.
I think after the first couple of hits he took from him, he would realize that.
Right, and that's the thing. But it depends though, because if Tyler just goes in and just rushes and grabs him and knocks him to the ground and starts punching him, that's the end of the match. That's the end of the round.
Right.
So this is actually. And people who actually really know things, know about fighting and everything like that, will say this is actually a pretty evenly matched, matched
you got dirty,
round
you got
match.
dirty, and you got honorable.
Well, not even just honorable. You got more technical
there you go.
To street fight.
Technical and dirty.
Yes. So it's dirty sometimes.
It might win.
Dirty a lot of times win. Like honestly, because Tyler probably throws some dirt in his face and blind him. Honestly,
throw some dirt in his face. Poke him in the eyeball.
Exactly.
We don't know.
So that's what I'm saying. So this isn't actually as easy a fight as many people would believe when they first see the picture and first hear the names and first hear where they're coming from. They automatically would think Tommy Oliver. Until if you really think about it, Tyler Durden has a good chance to win this fight. If you really think about it.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. I mean, I don't really necessarily like the matchup, but it is really fun to think about.
Yeah.
And really, it is kind of fun to debate about. Because I'm all for Tommy Oliver.
Yeah, right.
In this
But a lot of people debate like whether MMA fighters can really fight street fighters because street fights can
or MMA fighters fighting boxers.
Right. So I mean, honestly, this is a good which we saw one MMA fighter fight a boxer, but he conformed to boxing. That's
right.
McGregor and Mayweather. Yeah.
Floyd Money Mayweather.
Yeah. So this is actually not as easy of a fight as many people would really think to believe it would be. Because I'm gonna tell you, Tyler Durden, with him being
he's dirty.
Yeah, and his experience in fighting a lot of different fighters, different weight classes. I don't know, man. This is actually a pretty close fight. In my opinion.
Yeah, it might be. Now that you explain it more, a little bit more, and that's some really good points in there.
And I think that's what for me, I think that's what a lot of people don't do is really go into detail about each character and understand why the points of why they would win.
I think a lot of people see like Tyler Durden, Fight Club. Then you hear Green Ranger, Tommy Oliver, Green Ranger,
and that's why we're really specifically stating that he is not human. He does not morph. It's just him in his human form fighting with his knowledge of martial arts.
And he's used to more competition style.
Right. And like I said, and I think,
but
I'm gonna be honest with you. If you want me to be completely honest, I think Tyler Durden wins.
I think we have. I think we've missed another point though.
What's that?
It's that Tommy's proficient with a knife.
Oh, that's true. Hey, I mean, honestly, we don't really see Tyler Durden really get down with a knife at all.
Nope.
So the knife factor may really.
I think we forgot about that.
Yeah. So the knife factor may come into a real strong factor in this fight.
He's got the dagger.
Exactly.
He's good with that dagger.
So I mean, it's.
And I mean, yeah, of course it's when he morphs, but he's still.
I mean, he's still the
fighter.
Exactly. He's still the fighter. The suit and the morphing is just enhancing his already natural abilities.
Right. So he has to be adept with that knife.
So now that you bring it up, I don't know, baby. Tommy Oliver's got it, man. I don't know. This is pretty cool.
I mean, it just kind of went out of my head. We were talking about tournaments and competitions and dirty and street fighting, and I didn't even think about
the knives are actually right. So this is actually a pretty good fight. And like I said, now, for me, I think a lot of people just see Tommy and automatically think Green, White, Ranger, and not really thinking, okay, what about Tyler Durden, his knowledge of street fighting and fighting more people bigger than him, and just really doing what it takes to win. This is actually a close fight. I don't care what anybody says. This is closer than what most people think.
Closer than most people think.
Right. So this is a fun video to talk about, man. This is pretty good. Hearing good feedback and back and forth. This is pretty fun.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. I think a lot of it probably will lead towards Tommy Oliver.
Yeah, because of his proficiency in more martial arts and the knife.
Right.
So I think that'll probably lead him to win this match.
But
it's closer than what most people think. But I do think
we'll see. We'll see how everybody thinks. We already know my opinion.
Right.
And Carolina's opinion. You're thinking Tyler.
No, actually, I'm thinking, now that you mentioned the knife fight, I'm thinking probably Tommy now. Honestly, I had to say it, but
all it takes is just that one little thing. You forget about.
One little advantage is all it takes to win a fight.
That's right.
That's all. So, you got any more points to make?
No.
I think I'm done too. So everybody, it's the end of this video.
But yeah, send us some comments on this one because we're kind of curious about this.
Yes. So everybody, it's the end of the video. We thank y'all for joining us today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification to get notified of our future videos so you keep updated. But I'm Carolina Hitman.
I'm Anubis.
We thank y'all for joining us. Thank you for joining Cracker Hunters. We see y'all next time. Peace.